All right, guys, what is up? What is up? Virtual Porsche going on. Let's do it. Unit 4 study guide. Hopefully, you guys got this. Your brain. Your brain is about to get bigger due to all the learning. So let's get some learning. Let's do it. Let's work our brains almost like our brains are going to be running on a treadmill. All right, here we go. Number 1, which war caused the American Revolution? That would be the French and Indian War. List 3 causes of the Civil War. You can put a couple here. States, southern states seceded. Oh, shoot. Seceded. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Seceded. There we go. From the Union. You could say Lincoln. Oops. Lincoln got elected. You could say attack on Fort Sumter. Oops, Fort Sumter. You could also say, let's add one more because we're cool. Let's do John Brown's raid on Harper's Ferry. You could put that. Those are a couple. You could put Harper's Ferry. And I think there's actually an apostrophe S there. Define imperialism. Oh shoot, oh shoot. Let's do this. Actions. Done by a larger country to a smaller country. And this is usually, we'll just say for control. This is usually economic, so money, or also political too. All right. What was the open door policy? Very briefly, America trying to gain trading rights in China. Taft's diplomacy was referred to as dollar diplomacy. Dollar diplomacy. What are some of the reasons America went to war with Spain? They blamed Spain for the Maine. Remember, the Maine is what sunk. Blame Spain for the Maine. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Cubans identified with the American Revolution. They're having a revolution of their own, and they're like, "Hey, America, that's right, man. We want a revolution just like America." So Cubans identified with the American Revolution. I know. Let's add one again because we're cool. We're adding ones because we're cool. Yellow journalism we could do too. Yellow journalism. You're gonna get these dudes like Pulitzer and Hearst. They're gonna be competing with each other for the better story. They're gonna report on the Maine. They're gonna say Maine did this, Maine did that, and it's gonna go nuts. So it's almost like this over sensationalized type of journalism. Roosevelt corollary. Remember, you guys learned about this with the last virtual Porsche. All right, so Roosevelt corollary, big thing. It was built upon the Monroe Doctrine. This idea that America should have influence over Latin America. So basically, America will intervene. For Latin American stability. We'll put, or to maintain stability. We'll just put that stability. All right. Who came up with the big stick diplomacy? That is our buddy Teddy Roosevelt. And because he is so freaking cool, let's do all caps for Teddy Roosevelt. Dang, Teddy Roosevelt, he must be pretty special if he gets all caps. What was it? Flexing. America's naval force. What was the Panama Canal? Or why was it important to the Americans? Trading route. trading route. You can put trading route, easier to get to the other side of the ocean. That's fine too. Which 4 territories did America get at the end of the Spanish-American War? Guam, Philippines, Puerto Rico, and then Cuba, kind of. But Cuba was a protectorate. Whoa, I cannot spell. There's Puerto, and there's the Philippines. Perfect. What would I do without spell check? I don't know. 11. Why did America want to imperialize? They want money. New economic markets. They want to spread they have this idea of Anglo-Saxonism. So, Anglo-Saxonism, all this white man rule, right? White man rule. Also military strength. They believe they should be very strong militarily. Define yellow journalism. Over sensationalized journalism. Hello, wake up, smell the coffee. Journalism. Over sensationalized journalism. They're going to be like rumors. They're going to be tabloids. Not everything is going to be 100% true. It's going to be mostly true, though. Mostly true. Or maybe not. Who knows? What are they going to write about? The biggest thing that they're going to write about that you guys need to know is about the Maine. Remember the Maine? To hell with Spain. What was the United States' role in the Panamanian Revolt? They're going to start it. Your language arts teachers will probably not like me, but that's too bad because this is history, not language arts. They're going to start it. They're going to encourage, maybe your English teachers will like this one. They will encourage the Panamanians. Oh shoot, how do I spell that? I think that's right. The Panamanians. Oh, I was right. The Panamanians throughout the process. Number 14, how did the Spanish-American War affect the position of the U.S.? It's going to put us on the scene. Put the United States on the scene as a world power. Put us on the scene as a world power. What is NATO? The North Atlantic Treaty Organization against communism. All right. What event started the Korean War? North Korea attacks South Korea. Surprise attack. Why did the Cold War develop? We can say Soviet Union dominance over Eastern Europe. What is CEDAW? That is the Southeast Asia Treaty Organization. What is its purpose? Against communism. But this is in the Southeast Asian realm, not the North Atlantic realm. Purpose of the Truman Doctrine. Oh, I love me somehow Harry S. Truman and the Marshall Plan. Oh my goodness. What is this going to be? Against communism. Man, it's a good thing I am not an English teacher. This is Cray Cray in the neighborhood. This is Snapping on the freeway. How did America implement containment during the Cold War? Now they're going to create plans for rebuilding. So basically, this is almost the opposite question of what 19 is. It's the Truman Doctrine and the Marshall Plan. So they're going to help try to rebuild some nations, try to give them some cash in case they're going to fall into communism. So we'll just say, look at number 19. Give me a quick summary of the Korean War. I'm not going to write all this down, but you guys can listen. North Korea attacks South Korea. North Korea is going to all the way to the southern tip of South Korea. South Korea gets a little pissed. They bring in the American government or the American military. They bring in General Douglas MacArthur, and they go past the 38th parallel north all the way to China. Then China gets involved. They push the Americans and the South Koreans all the way back to the 38th parallel, and it is a stalemate. Number 22, summarize the Cold War. The Cold War in one sentence. I should be more specific with they. The United States and Russia, the Soviet Union, are against each other due to differing economic let's do philosophies. Perfect. Number 23, what did America do after the Soviets launched Sputnik? They created the National Aeronautics Space Administration, known as NASA. And guess what? Oh shoot, Porsche. Can you believe this? Porsche is wearing a NASA shirt. Oh my goodness, it's not like I even planned for this. I'm just that cool. I have unlimited cool points. One day, not everybody, I mean it depends, but you guys will get there one day with the NASA. That's right. Number 24, why did General Douglas MacArthur, or why was he fired? Defiance. Number 25, define the Marshall Plan. Before I define the Marshall Plan, I gotta figure out how to spell defiance. Number 25, define the Marshall Plan. So, dude by the name of Marshall, Secretary of State at the time, actually, will give, here he comes up with this plan to, I cannot find this key. There we go. To give money to Europe, so give money to European nations, European nations that were war-torn. What's the purpose of this? To make sure that they don't fall to communism. Remember, communism kind of looks good. Kind of looks good when these nations are not doing so good. But if America gives them money, then hey, everything will be good. And this idea was to stop the spreading of communism. Truman Doctrine, same idea, but a little bit different. This is to give money to any nations that are threatened by communism. So money for communism threat countries. The first two were Greece and Turkey. Who were the Viet Minh? These were North Vietnamese, and they were communist. Ngo Dinh Diem is the Southern Vietnam leader. I'm just going to, please write more than what I'm putting here. I'm just kind of doing this just to give you a basic idea. But Southern Vietnamese leader who was corrupt. He was Catholic. He was against Buddhists. Number 29, why did many Americans, I should say Americans, lose their support for the Vietnam War? The media. They're going to be watching the TV. They're going to be watching the TV and noticing all this stuff that's going on. They're going to see the horror of what's going on with this war. The first televised war ever, and really the only war that was really truly captivated by the TV. Why did America go to war with Vietnam? Against communism. They wanted to stop the spread of communism. What is the Gulf Tonkin Resolution? The Gulf Tonkin Resolution allowed the president power to authorize troops. Here we go. Describe the average American soldier in Vietnam. Disadvantaged. There we go. Operation Rolling Thunder was a code name for what? American bombing over North Vietnam right after the North Vietnam attacked two destroyers in the Gulf of Tonkin. I forgot what Vietnamization is. Oh my goodness. My brain's not working. Can you remind me? Well, apparently if I forgot, then you guys have to remind me by yourself. So we're going to skip that one. But low key, here it is, I'll tell you. I just remembered, I can't believe it, my brain. It's coming back to me. Vietnamization, oh my goodness, it's coming back to me. That's what happens when you work out your brain. Stuff comes back to you. Vietnamization is Nixon's plan to end the war. Nixon's plan to end the war, and he's going to do this gradually. It's all about doing it gradually. He doesn't want to come out all at once. It's gradually. Gradually withdraw troops. 26th Amendment did what? 2 plus 6 is 18 is the current age to vote. So lower the voting age to 18 from 21. The Vietnam War, number 36, ended in 1973. What does this mean for the Americans? They just withdrew troops. They withdrew troops. What does the War Powers Act do? Gives the president authority. And my typing skills are so not good right now. The authority to go to war, or I should say, gives the authority to send troops. And then you may want to add this on, but just to remind you, 48 hours advance notice to the Congress is needed, as well as the idea that the president must start withdrawing those troops day 61. So he has 60 days for troops to be in there, and then once he starts withdrawing those troops by day 90, got to be out of there. Who are the Viet Cong? They are an organization that uses guerrilla war tactics, and they are fighting with or for the northern Vietnamese, but they are fighting in South Vietnam. Is this confusing? Yes, it is. Number 39, what are 3 countries that have extended their influence over Vietnam? How about some China? How about some Japan? How about some France? How about some America? Those are a couple. I totally messed this up, but that's not that big of a deal. Number 40, give a historically accurate example of the domino theory. I'm not going to write one here, but you can include any example that includes a South Eastern Asian company or country, or just any type of country within Asia. The domino theory was specifically stated for Asia, not just for Europe as well. Containment is really the whole idea, but domino theory is very specific to Asia. Who was the president during the Civil War? Mr. Abe Lincoln. That is right. The dude on the penny, the dude on the $5 bill. Who would have thunk? President during the American Civil War. The Bill of Rights. I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill. That is right. What do the Bill of Rights do? Well, it's a good question. Do you know? Maybe you don't. Bill of Rights. Bill of Rights protect us from the government. Make sure the government does not overstep its bounds. What are robber barons? Business leaders that used ruthless tactics to build their wealth. All right, and the last question. We finally made it to the end. This is the end. This is the end. Number 44, what are the nativists, or what are nativists? Those are peeps that have a preference for native-born people. They're anti-immigrants. All right, folks, that's it. That is it. I wish I could do the little Looney Tunes bunny rabbit thing, but I cannot, because that's it. That's it. Unit 4 study guide. Your brains just got bigger as a result. I know it did. You're working out your brain. Your brain has been working out too much this week, hasn't it? Next week, it will get a break. So, all right, guys, that's it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Feel free to email me or to stop by class, and I will try to answer those to you and for you. And I will see you guys on finals day. Let's do it.